This is Albert Alexander. He is a married man who caused a 25-year-old young woman to lose her life. How did it happen? He invited this 25-year-old girl over to his house knowing that he had a wife and 5 children. The wife came home, saw the 25-year-old woman in her house. She pulled out a gun, tortured her, and then took her life. Now, we say tortured because Tyra Crosby's mother says that there is a voicemail recording of her daughter calling her and pleading for help because the wife had attacked her while she was at home with the woman's husband. It appears that she had just met Albert Alexander that night and he had taken her to their home. Many speculate that he was having marital problems and wanted to show his 51-year-old wife that he could get a younger woman. Now, mind you, this man has 5 children, 4 sons and a daughter who he seems to be absolutely crazy about. And look at his beautiful wife. I mean, she went from looking like this to a mugshot. Sadly, his wife of 5 children, these charges could be up from voluntary manslaughter, which she was charged with. She paid $250,000 bond, got out of jail, but she has to go back to court in August. And in August, they could increase those charges to murder. I spent much of last night doing a background check on Albert Alexander. He's the 54-year-old man that enticed a 25-year-old woman to go to he and his wife's home so that the wife could catch the woman in there, so I guess he could show her he could get a younger woman. I'm absolutely exhausted. This man's record is just... When this stuff comes out in court, I mean, he's typical, but it's just exhausting because you look at him and every black woman has met him. He's either somebody you dated, your husband, he is your brother, he's your nephew, he's your grandson. Just exhausting. He asked somebody else to marry him in 2014 after they helped him through a crisis. He's got a rap sheet. He's went from woman to woman living in women's houses. He's got at least 5 mixed match kids by different women. This woman looked like a Barbie doll when he first got with her. He married her in 2020, 2023. Look at her in the mugshot. And all of his social medias, they're filled with mammies, with black women pandering to black men. You shouldn't have to worry about a black man having no money. You should just get him and build him and let him live with you and just take care of him. That kind of rhetoric. Those are the type of women that he was so... And he's also into the whole, he wants to lead and the woman needs to follow his lead. And he's bald-headed with a beard and a pot belly. Y'all, I'm going to stop. And I'm just going to wait till the case is time to cover the case. I'm not doing any more stories about this man. He has already, you can look at his social media, not even the background check, and see exactly who he is and exactly what he did. You know, as someone mentioned, black men are experts on weaponizing black women against each other. This is not the first time that he's done this either. This is just probably the first time that someone has had a woman that he has gotten pitted against another black woman. This is probably the first time that somebody's life has been taken. And judging by looking at his background check, I bet you if they confiscate his phone, which they probably have, there's video of it. Because this is the type of stuff that Albert Alexander liked. He liked to see black women fight over him.
And I'm going to use the word allegedly when it comes to the husband. I don't want no issues. But we know what it is. So it's something that I've come across on the father's page, and I don't know if y'all seen the video of the mother, Tanya, and it was a word that was used, lured. Now, I know when people are upset, they say a lot of different things, especially if it's your child. But what I can say about the mother and the father, they love their child. Correction, they love their children. So now again, I repeat, they use the word lured. And I hate the fact that people are saying that she was a mistress. That young lady was not a mistress, so I wish people would stop saying that. Now back to the word lured. Now, Could there be a possibility that this was intentionally a setup to take her there just so that this woman can hurt this beautiful young lady? Y'all do know it's done all the time. And then everywhere